According to a report on Go Globe, video streaming was expected to account for 82% of all internet traffic in 2020. Were they right? You bet they were. I mean, the most popular social media sites today have live streaming options, live streaming features on their site, including LinkedIn. Also, another report on 99firms.com states that 80% of online content consumers would rather watch a live video than read a blog. If consumers prioritize video content over written content, why do you, my dear, still shy away from going live? Welcome to the Speak With Poise Show. Through the Speak With Poise Show, my goal is to share ideas, techniques, and tools to help you take your presentation and public speaking from bland to bang. My name is Buife Nomeh and I am your host. As always, I'm excited to be here. If this is your first time connecting with me, I help working professionals to communicate their ideas effectively and confidently, whether it's on stage, on camera, or in person. So wherever you find yourself in this group of people, I am your go-to coach and I'm excited to be here. I am broadcasting from Enugu, Nigeria. So as a kick-off introduction, tell me where you are watching from, and if you don't mind, share the flag of the country that you represent. Go ahead and type that in the comments right now. Thank you so much, Shodi, for joining, and thank you, UD, for joining. So glad to be here. So on today's episode, like you must have guessed, we are talking about growing your personal or business brand using live videos. We're talking live videos today. Why you should go live, what you need to do to go live successfully. And at the end of this broadcast, I'm also going to share and I have an announcement I'm going to share at the end of the broadcast. So I want you to stick around till the end. If you're watching the replay, we're starting right away. But go ahead and also tell me where you're watching the replay from. So type hashtag replay from your state and country. Thank you so much, guys. It's always a pleasure being here. So there are two major things I want to talk about regarding going live. The first thing is I want to share some reasons why you should go live. I want to share some reasons you should go live, especially if your goal is to build your influence online. You see, live videos help you to establish your authority, your brand authority, whether you are a person or a business. It helps you to establish authority. It helps you to increase your visibility and attract high-paying clients. And I'll tell you why. So let's talk about establishing authority. Authority shows that you're an expert. When people see you as an authority in a topic or in a niche, that means that they believe you to be an expert in that topic. And when people see you as an expert, the know, like, and trust factor is completed because people trust experts to solve their problems. Think about this. When you are sick, who do you go to? When you get to the hospital, who do you expect to examine you, diagnose you, and provide treatment for you? A doctor, right? Of course, if you're looking to get well as soon as possible without complications or any of such things, you go for a doctor. Because we all know that doctors are experts at medicine, right? So the same thing applies to building your own, establishing your own authority and building that expert level. You want people to see you as an authority. When they see you as an authority, they trust you. Now, videos help you arrive to this place faster than any other form of content. Videos help you. People share more videos than they share the written content. So when you go live, you also show people your personality, what kind of person you are, what kind of speaker you are. So they get to see all of these things about you. It's no longer just text, which they know that you probably may hire someone to write a post for you, or pictures, which of course, if we're being honest with ourselves, we take our time to snap pictures for Instagram. We take our time. Some of us go to studios and we take our time. So people know all of that, but people want to connect with you, and all that packaging, quote unquote, sometimes mislead people. And your audience, they know that they can easily be misled if they focus on those things. But when you go live and you're right there with them, you're talking with them, you're chatting with them, they can see you, they can hear the way that you sound, they feel a connection to you. And speaking about sound is really, really important when it comes to building connections with other people. Yesterday, I was on YouTube and I watched this TikTok trend video. It's a video of parents of toddlers playing a cartoon soundtrack. So what happens is that once the parents play the tune, they go to another room and then they play the soundtrack. Their toddler comes running to them. So the sound, the toddlers recognize the sound. They are familiar with the sound, so they recognize it. They know it is something that they enjoy watching. It's the same thing with your sound. When you go live and you educate, inspire, entertain your audience, they get to know how you sound, which also deepens that connection, which also deepens the trust that they have in you and in the offers that you make to them. When they have that level of trust in you, it is easy for them to part with their money to get the value that you're selling to them. So go live to build authority and establish trust with your audience. The second reason you should go live is to increase your visibility. Visibility is everything. It's not okay, or rather it's not enough for you to have something worthwhile to say. It's better to have a lot of people know what you have to say. If you have a business, for instance, and only a handful of persons know about that business, your sales is going to be low, because not everyone who knows about your business is going to buy from you. Only a fraction of people who know about your business and have come to trust you will buy from you. But going live helps you to increase visibility and reach. So more people get to know about you, more people get to know about what you do, more people get to know about how you can serve them. And the higher that number goes, the higher your sales become. So you want to increase visibility, and live videos help you do that. What are some ways that can happen if you're wondering? The first is, statistics have shown that people are more prone to stop when they see a video to watch it than when they're going through Instagram. And let's be practical right now. Think about yourself when you're scrolling through Instagram. You read the first long post and you go and read the next one and the third one. By the time you're getting to the fourth one, if you even get to that point, you find that you just start scrolling. You don't bother reading anymore. But then when you get to a video, you are stopped in your track, almost subconsciously. You want to see what this creator has to do, has to say, has to show you. You just want to see that. So that is one way. When people engage your content, then they get to know what you do and what you're about. If people don't engage your content, if they don't read, they don't watch, if they don't read your long post, they won't know what you're about. They won't know how you can help them. So when people see your videos, they stop and they watch, and then they figure out through what you have shared with them how you can be of help. The second thing is that statistics also show that people share more videos than they share text, written content. So more consumers are going to share your videos than they would your written post. So that's why you have to also go live, so you can help your audience, make it easy for them to share your content, thereby helping you with your visibility. The third reason you should go live is because going live is free. Come on guys, how cool is that? Going live is free. You don't need to pay anything to be live. All you just need to do is get data and then go to your platform of choice and click live, and you're on. You don't need to pay anybody. You don't need a fancy studio. You don't need a makeup artist or wardrobe manager or whatever, any of those things that you need to have for being on television and all of that. You simply need to go live as you are, because that's authenticity, and authenticity builds connection. Authenticity helps you to build deeper connections with your audience. It is free and it is easy to do. So go ahead and go live. If you're excited about going live for your business, tell me what you do, and then I would probably use what you do as examples as I go further, because the second part of this broadcast, I'm going to share with you how you can go live successfully. I have 3 tips actually that I want to share with you today. I want this to be as fast as possible, so this video can end as soon as possible, and I'm going to stick to just 3 tips. So the first tip that I have for you is to choose your preferred platform. Like I said earlier, the most popular social media sites today have live streaming options. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, they all have live streaming options. So just choose your preferred platform to go live. One thing you should consider when choosing your preferred platform is to think about where your target audience hang out. Where do the people you want to reach hang out? If you are a personal brand, you don't have any business, you're not selling any product or service, but you want to establish yourself as an authority in a particular industry, who is the audience that you need to reach to show that you are an authority in that particular field? Say you are a HR person and you just want to build your personal brand so that getting jobs will become easier for you, growing in your career will become easier for you, and all of that. Who need to be your audience? Where do they hang out? If you're selling clothes, for instance, who is your audience? Where do they hang out? That would help you determine the platform to use. Now, don't worry about, okay, but Buife, I'm an HR person, and HR professionals mostly are on LinkedIn, but I also know that some of them are on Instagram. So how do I get to, if I focus only on LinkedIn, I'll probably miss out on those on Instagram and those on Facebook. Well, you don't necessarily miss out on any of that. When you choose a platform to go live on, you can download your live videos afterwards and share on the other platforms. I mean, that's one other reason why videos are beautiful. Like, after going live now, I'm going to download this video and share on my YouTube and on my website, buifenomeh.com. So if you decide the platform that you're going to focus on to build your authority there, because consistency is very important. So you choose your platform, you go ahead with that, use that as your base to build followers, a community around what you do, and possibly clients. So choose one and go for it. The second tip for going live is choose a time where the most number of your followers are active. for as long as possible, you want to have people watching you live, right? That's probably why you're going live, to teach people, to inspire people, to entertain your audience. So choose a time that the most number of them are active online. On Facebook, on Instagram, for instance, you can find out by just clicking on the live button. When you click on the live button, Instagram will show you the number of your followers who are live. I cannot demonstrate that for you right now, but after this broadcast, go to your live, go to your story part, click on the live option, and you will see the number of your followers who are active. So check this for different times of the day to determine the period of time where the most number of your followers are active. Now, one thing that people always complain to me about is, Buife, when I go live, I only have about 1 or 2 persons live with me. Yes, you're starting something new, and not everybody knows about that. So that is a factor worth considering. But you don't let that stop you. In Luke chapter 8, from verse 5 to verse 15, Jesus told a parable about the sower and the seed. This sower went out to sow. Some seeds fell by the wayside, some fell among thorns and weeds, and some fell on stones, while some fell on good rich soil. When I think on this passage of the Bible, one thing that comes to mind is that the first thing is that the sower went out to sow. So as a speaker, as a brand looking to grow your brand, you have to go out. You don't grow your brand by staying under the shell. Jesus said that you can't light a candle and put it under the bushel. It doesn't work that way, because the light that you carry is not for your own illumination. It is for the illumination of others. So you have to put your light out there, literally, so that people's lives, businesses, relationships, children, through their parenting style, can be illuminated. So it's not for you. It's not for you. What you have is not for you. Your ideas are not for you. So if you want to grow your brand, you have to give value. Zig Ziglar said that to get what you want, you have to help other people get what they want. I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like that. Okay, he said you can have everything you want if you can help as many other people to get what they want. So think about it that way, and then choose to go live. Just go live. If one person joins you, wonderful. Just know that whatever you push out there, 1-2 persons are going to be your good rich soil. That is where your concern should be. Not on the rocks, not on the weeds, not on the thorns, not on the roadside passers who would trample on your seed. There is the good rich soil. You need to show up for them. You need to show up for them. Now, sometimes people won't join you live, but thankfully, these live broadcasts do have replay options. There are replay options, so people can always watch your videos afterwards, and you get more people to watch them. And like I already told you, you can still download the video and share to other platforms. You can share on your blog, you can share on YouTube, you can share if you went live on Instagram, for instance, you can share on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So you don't need to stop yourself from doing what is necessary because you're looking at the numbers. My thing is, whether I am speaking to an audience of 1, 2, 5, or 10, my goal is to give them value, to show up for them, and to show up confidently for them so that I can give them value. It may be just one person who gets the value, but that is my thing. If you start looking at the number of people who come up the first time you show up, you're not going to start. You're not going to do anything. So this is me trashing your excuse about people not showing up for your live video and all of that. You need to go live, okay? If you've made up your mind right now, I know I have to go live and I'm ready to go live, type in the comments, I am ready to go live. Type in the comments right now, I'm ready to go live. And trust me, your ideal helpers audience are waiting for you. When you show up, they too will. Tip number 3, give value when you show up. So it's not enough for you to click go live and then waste your time and your audience's time. No, when you go live, ensure that you give value. Value begets value. And if you've heard me on this channel for a long time, you know I always say that speaking is a form of generosity. Speaking is serving. It is being generous. It is giving. So when you show up, when you go live, give. Give. Don't hold back. Give. Let people have something from you. Let people get something from you. Don't go live and waste your time, your efforts, and your audience's time. Give them something. I have a formula for giving. I call it the P formula. P as in P.E.A. P.E.A. So when you're considering what to talk about, which is another reason why some people shy away from going live, is because they don't know what to talk about, right? So the first thing that the P in that is to think of your audience's pain points. What are their problems? What are their challenges? Let me ask you, and I want you to write that down in the comments. Think of your target audience right now. What are 3 of the problems they are having right now that you are qualified to solve? You have the experience, you have the knowledge that can solve that problem for them. Type that in the comments. That will help you see that you actually know what to talk about when you go live. For instance, for me, as a public speaking and presentation skills coach, I know that one of my people's problem is fear. Another one is not knowing what to say. Other one is I forget what to say. Other one is I don't know how to organize my presentation. I don't even know what to talk about. I don't even know how to create my PowerPoint slide. If I'm pitching a business, I don't know what to tell my prospective investors. So I know what their challenges are. I think of them at every stage where they are. If they are career professionals, if they have 9-to-5 jobs and they manage and they supervise a team, they lead a team, what are the things they do as part of their team leader role? So I know they head meetings, they anchor meetings, they are to inspire and motivate their team to do better. They have to communicate the goals of the team with their team members and get everybody working. As a team leader, I also know that quarterly or after every six months or other forms of periodically, they get to do a report presentation. So I think I look at my clients and I think of every stage they have to go through, and I ask myself, what are some challenges that they can have or they can encounter at each of these points. So think of your target audience in that form, and you definitely get some ideas about what they are struggling with. Now, when you're choosing that, tie it with the solution that you provide or that your products provide. The E in the P, I'm going to type that P here. So, P framework for value creation. So the P there is, the E there rather refers to essentials. What are the things that they need? What are some essentials that they need? So let me take my target clients for instance. They are people who want to improve their public speaking or their presentation skills so they can ace their presentation at work. So this person probably needs to be promoted, or they need to to command more respect at work. These are some of their needs. So what are the things that they can do to have that which they need? And I also have to think of this from the perspective of public speaking and presentation. If you own a restaurant, for instance, or you make your products has to do with food, people need food, right? But what if your target audience are workers, for instance? Why do workers need food? Why do they need to eat? To gain energy, so that they can be engaged with their work, to save money. If one of your selling propositions is affordability, that is another thing. Someone is working, they don't want to throw all of their money away on food. Maybe you also do home supplies or office supplies when someone orders a meal. That is also something you can think about. So they need to manage their time, and one way they can manage their time is to outsource some things they do on a daily basis, including buying food. So think of your audience's needs. The A in the P formula is aspirations. What do they aspire to? What are their desires? What is it that when they dream, they see themselves becoming? Who do they see themselves becoming? What do they see themselves having? And how can you come in as someone that has gone through that, has aspired and acquired that, or have the knowledge that can help them acquire what they aspire for? What can you share with them? So think of that as well. Pinpoint, essentials, and aspirations. The P framework. When you think of the P framework, you're going to know what to say. So the whole point is that when you go live, you should share value, because it helps you with your marketing. We talked about visibility and establishing trust at the beginning. When you share value, people are going to be more excited and willing to share your video at the end. People are going to be more excited to share your video at the end. So you want to give them a reason to do that. Someone once said that the best marketing is a great talk. And I agree. Now, a great talk doesn't have to do with jumping up and down or dancing on videos. A great talk simply means a talk or a video session that gives value to the audience. Your viewers should walk away from watching your live videos with something that they can use. Don't be stingy. Don't feel like, oh, I'm going to give them part of what I'm selling. Just give. Listen, through live video, someone can watch your live video and invite you to come and speak to her group to their group. Someone can watch your live video and invite you to provide their service to them. I have had a lot of benefits doing live videos. I mean, someone the other time saw one of my live videos, wasn't following me, saw it on someone else's platform, and brought people together, and they all paid for me to teach them part of what I taught in the live video. So why did she get me and markets me to her friends? Because she got value from what I already shared. So don't be stingy when you go live. Don't be stingy when you go live to share something. Just teach. If I just told you about the P formula right now, some of you will still need me to help you. Okay, this is my business. Before, I want you to give me some ideas that I can work with right now, and together we'll go through your business and we'll come up with peculiar ideas that will work for you. Some of you would want that, but you wouldn't reach out for me, you wouldn't ask me to help if I did not share this with you. The best marketing is a great talk. A great talk is one that gives value to the audience. Write that down somewhere and paste it on the wall where you can see it every day, because it's gonna help you. All right, thank you. We're gonna be stopping here, but before I go, I have a special announcement for you. I'm so excited about this. I call this, okay, let me breathe before going into that. All right, so what I want to announce is my Easter Freedom Sale. Dun, 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 dun. So guys, I am running a sale from today, 1st of April to 7th of April, and it's in line with the Easter holiday. And the reason I decided to do this was I just thought, I call it the Easter Freedom Sale because I just look at, when you look, I looked at what Easter is all about. We're celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and through his death and resurrection, he secured our freedom, reconciled us to God, and secured our freedom to walk in authority as God's children. I mean, Jesus himself said in John 1 that as many as believe in me have the right to be called children of God. So this is what I'm giving you. As Jesus gave, I am giving you 50% discount on 2 of my products. One is my ebook, Your Complete Guide to Beat Stage Fright for Good. If you haven't read that book, if you haven't got a copy, this is your opportunity to get it at half the price. It goes for 3,000 naira, but at 50% off, you can get it between today and the 7th of April at 1,500 naira only. Worth every kobo. Worth every kobo. You can check out my stories, my highlights, for some testimonials from people who have already read it. Worth every penny. The second offer that I am giving you, the second product rather, is my Confident and Composed on Camera Masterclass. If you want to be great on camera, if you have if you have camera fright, or you're one of those who don't know what to talk about or how to actually go live, everything about going live, everything about creating video content and doing it from a point of confidence in yourself, in your topic, and in your audience's ability to use what you share with them, I encourage you to check out that program. Again, go to my highlights and you will get testimonials from people. Everybody who has gone through that program testifies, and they all start going live. They all start going live. Some of them have never gone live, created any video content before that, but afterwards they start creating video content and they start getting people come up. One of my students, Joy Jibuno, she started a weekly Zoom meeting and people were joining. She runs that every week and people join every week. On Sundays she goes on Zoom to teach. She is a banker, so what she does, she doesn't sell anything at the moment, but all she does is to inspire people and teach them about personal development, and people are joining her. So I believe that you have what it takes to teach. You are an expert in something, you know about something, and you can help one person, at least one person, get their lives better. So I encourage you to check out that masterclass and sign up for it. Now, the masterclass normally goes for 15,000 naira, but you can get it between these 7 days for 7,500 naira only. Again, worth every kobo. And I'm not saying it because I created it. I know people that have taken it and they got real value. The final thing I'm gonna give you, in the spirit of giving, in the spirit of giving, I have one more thing. If you have watched this point in this broadcast, I'm giving you one last gift. Now, I said after this I'm going to be announcing to the general public my Easter Freedom Sale, but for you who came and watched to this point, I'm going to give you that the first 5 people that watch this point, because that's the only way you know that I'm giving this Jara to you. Instead of paying 7,500, you can get access to that masterclass by paying 5,000 naira only. Come on, anti-cool. I'm sure by now you know I'm a cool auntie, right? Okay, so if you watch this point, you can get it at 5,000 naira between now, 1st of April and 7th of April. Go ahead and send me a DM so that I can give you the link to that masterclass. All right, and that's it for today. This has been a wonderful session. And I'm glad we did it. Hello, Ola Olua. I'm gonna stick with that. Ola Olua. Hey, I see you. D Orchid, I see you. Miss Frances, I see you. Ibukun, I see you. Fashion Republica, I see you. Wisdom Counseling, hey, thank you for joining me. Thank you. Classic Shani, thank you so much for joining me. And that's it for today. Remember, 80% of online content consumers would prefer to watch videos than read a blog post. So instead of writing that content, why not go ahead and go live? Thank you. Have a wonderful Easter holiday. Bye.